Wha- What's up, and welcome to Albino Rhino Music. And today we're going to tier list rank Muse albums.
I like when my mind at night because I get burned in the broad daylight. I'm just a fly down while I'm trying to get home.
If you were here for our game show that we did with Muse in it, or you were on saw our Beatles tier list, our friend Parrish wasn't able to make it today, but we do have Michael and Matthew. Who Matthew is now an amazing proclaimed writer. He had a published writer. He has a book published. What's it called, Matt?
It's
All you,
called The Only Thing We Have to Fear.
yes.
It's 10 short stories. If you would like to buy it, it's $15. You can go to butterflybonesbookworks.com. It's on the website. You can go to Amazon and Barnes and Noble and all the other places, but they keep almost 80% of the royalties.
Yes,
And if
that
you
is
want to
mega conglomerate
keep my
ways.
Yingling addiction alive, you'll go through the publisher. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. And if not, it's cool. It's just a cool
Hey,
thing to have.
please go through the publisher. Amazon was a big part of putting my small business out of business a few years ago. So go through the publisher, get Matt's book. He really is an awesome writer. He's got a really cool mind, dark mind, but that works awesome for horror and comedy uh, and sex. So, yeah, get Matt's book. All right. So, anyways, we're here to tier list some Muse albums. And so, how our tier list works, if you have not watched one, um, we can only have two in the S tier. We have S tier at top, which is the best albums in our opinion, and then A, B, C, all the way to D, which is the worst albums by a band in our opinion. So anyway, we can only have two in S, and then you have to have at least one in every other tier. So we like to start usually with we like to go chronologically in their discography. So we're going to start with Muse's first album, Showbiz. So I guess I'll start with Showbiz. I I dug this album, and it's interesting. So when I do these tier lists, I do go on YouTube, and I like to I don't want to be influenced by people, so I try not to watch too many different tier lists or rankings. But I do like to watch some rankings because I just want to know what the census is for, like, if there's Muse fans or Beatles, whatever it is. I'm kind of curious if like my take is a hot take or if it's just like commonplace for everyone. So anyway, I put this one in B tier, Showbiz, and I think that it's somewhere in the middle. I think people like it, but some Muse fans tend to kind of put it a little lower. They think it's like very it sounds a lot like other stuff. It reminds me a lot of Radiohead, especially his voice sounds like Tom York sometimes, the way he does his voice in this. There's heavy piano, and they continue with the piano, and it's awesome when they do. Um, but uh, um, but I just like it's very heavy, like more like acousticy piano, if that makes sense at all. And so it's got this. It does have this very people, I think Muse fans, what I've seen is they hate when people compare them to Radiohead. I don't think they sound like Radiohead, but there's definitely
No,
favor.
because Radiohead is terrible. Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, early Radiohead, OK Computer, Pablo Honey, fine. Everything else is pretentious crap. But anyways, sorry Radiohead fans, British people. But anyways,
We'll come back and do an episode on that.
we are totally gonna do
We could do it for a
Radiohead.
while.
God, you
But
should.
I do like OK Computer, but this reminds me of that era of Radiohead when it sounds like it. But it really, they haven't quite found their thing that they're going to become. And I don't mean the techno side of Muse. It's just like, and as these next few albums go on, it feels like they really found their sound more. And this just sounds, I can't think of the word I'm trying to think, but where something resembles other sounds. It just kind of sounds like that. So I thought it was very good because there is a bunch of albums later it's just not my thing, and so that's probably why I put this in the B tier. I mean, the hardest part I think about it too is I don't even know if I really had a standout on this album, and that's what makes it so hard to put it above B. But I also didn't have things really that I hated about it either. So it makes it hard for me to put it below B. And I honestly enjoyed listening to it more than an album that I think people love. So this is like a high B for me. So anyway, um, Michael, where would you put this one?
I think my list is going to kind of reflect my lived experience with Muse.
Yeah.
I started
Mhm.
listening to them when I was like 17. I had a friend who gave me a CD he had burned that had like 30 songs on it, and it had a couple of Muse songs on it. And one of them, I think, hold on, let me pull up the track list here because I'm so tired and my brain doesn't
No,
work
I do
these
that
days.
too. I hope
I
it's
have
not
my
too
I
good.
have the track
Yeah, I'm
list
the
pulled
same
up
way.
too.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Okay,
I don't have this
Showbiz.
bit memorized for sure.
Like I said, it's not.
Yeah.
That's life. That's life, and it doesn't mean you're not a
Yeah.
fan or.
Yeah, I think it might have been Cave that was on that
Yeah. Yeah.
mixed
Yeah.
CD.
Hmm.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah, so when I was listening to Muse in those early days, I like got really obsessed, and this was in the days of Napster. And
Yeah.
so I went and I
Mhm.
downloaded every single track by Muse that I could find on Napster. And by the time I was listening to them, they had already released a number of EPs that had B-sides on them. And so I had Showbiz, Origin of Symmetry, and then a bunch of B-sides. And so Showbiz is kind of like it feels like the best of their B-sides, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
I think Origin of Symmetry is on another level, but Showbiz, I put it at an A because
Mhm.
this is an album that I always feel comfortable coming back to and listening through beginning to end. Uh, to me, there might be a couple of weaker songs on it, but overall, like I just really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, they don't sound like Radiohead, and I had this was back when I was in high school, and I was showing them to some people, and some of them made that same comment. Oh, this sounds like Radiohead. And we must not have been listening to a lot of different kinds of music back then because they really don't. Like
They don't.
they're
Mhm.
much no, like
There's
Radiohead was much
moments.
more
Yeah.
yeah. Radiohead was much more on kind of the grunge alternative side, with their Pablo Honey
But,
and
but
the
but
Bends.
Radiohead had a lot of technology going on in production
Later
too.
though,
Well,
too.
they
After
did
this album.
later
Yeah.
on OK Computer.
Yeah.
So
And
when
even
this
more
this
on
album
like
Like
came
Kid
out in
A and stuff.
'99,
Yeah.
yeah, this
yeah.
one came out in '99. So OK
Yes.
Computer was out by then, and
97.
it
Yeah.
was going more in that direction, but it wasn't like heavy. And Muse has a heaviness to it. They're
They
much
do.
more rock.
Rock and
Uh,
not
Mhm.
grunge. And I know
yeah,
that's
and so
some people are like, "What's the difference?" But there is like they are heavy, and Muse has that piano more. They favor that
yes.
just like piano
Yeah,
more. It's
and
like
that's
yeah,
like something I've always loved
Mhm.
about Muse is
Mhm.
the heavy use
Classical.
of like arpeggios,
yes,
Yeah.
and
yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
the
They
heavy
definitely
influence.
stay with the classical.
Definitely a heavy influence from classical music, operatic. I mean, Matt's vocal is very operatic
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
dramatic a lot of times. So yeah,
Hmm.
Showbiz is an A for me.
nice.
It's really solid.
I had it in A for a little bit, and then as I kept listening, I have this like I have this I guess I call it undiagnosed OCD, where like when I'm making my tier list and I'm starting to put them together, I
Hmm.
hate when they're like uneven symmetry wise. And so I had this
Mhm.
one A, but for symmetry I mainly put it back to B. But
So
yeah.
that would be OCD.
All right, Matt.
It's got to look right.
Yeah, it does. It
Yeah.
does.
I'm with Michael. I have it at an A as well. Yeah, that's all. I'm
Okay.
kidding. So no, for me, it's you're going to get a lot of nostalgia for me as Sanders. All of us grew up playing in bands and stuff, and it reminds me of a time uh, back in my MLJ days when we used to practice at Eric's mom's house over in DeSoto in the
Yeah,
big back room with a black light and all this stuff because we thought we were cool, and were
you
we
were
were so cool.
black
Just
lights
no
are
one
Y'all
knew it.
were.
awesome.
I thought y'all were.
And so we had this PA system. Um, that's a story for another time of how we obtained that. And so we had this PA system, and we had this tendency. I personally am a big poser. Like I've worked backwards my whole life. So like I heard Enema of the State by Blink in 2000 on my beanbag chair, or 1999 on my beanbag chair, playing my PS1. Right. And I went, who is this? And then I went
Mhm.
back and found Dude Ranch and Cheshire Cat. You know, Green Day, it was Dookie and Nimrod, and I had to go back and find Kerplunk and stuff like that. And that's why it was with Muse. But those guys, Robbie and Eric, were way ahead of me on that stuff. They were very much so music. And so, like, I have always, to this day, I love poppy, catchy music. I love rhythm, I love melody, and I love that. And I was really big into, what was it, Absolution, when
Yeah.
Absolution came out. Um, I was kind of started college or somewhere around there, and that had come out, and so I was all about Absolution for a while. And they're like, "Yeah, but you don't know, you don't listen to the this album."
Right.
And I was like, "Yeah, fuck you guys." And then I listened to it, and that's all they would play, and they would just get on a tear, and they would listen to this album, and it's
Right.
great. It's a great album. I'm with you though, Fincher, because there's no, I can't go single. I like Showbiz. I like what's the name for a song? Sunburn is awesome. Falling Down's
Oh,
awesome.
Sunburn was that's a
Unintent,
good one.
yeah. Unintented is awesome. There's just so many freaking awesome songs, but there's none. I hear this one on the radio, so like I get what you're saying. Like it should be a B plus, but it's so nostalgic and it is such a great album. I didn't grow up listening to Radiohead and stuff, so this
Right.
is new.
Right.
I
Right.
grew up I grew up listening to like pop punk and old and Buddy Holly, you know, and
Right.
Elvis,
Yeah.
you know, and George Strait and country music and
Yeah.
stuff. So when I heard this, it was like, oh,
Yeah.
and so yeah, so, it's a great album from
So
front
did
to
you
back.
put it in B or A?
Dave,
A.
I'm
Okay. Okay.
staying with
Okay.
A.
Okay.
I wanted to change it to a B plus. It's just too damn good,
It
and
is good. Yeah.
it's mixed. The mix on it is
For a debut
phenomenal.
album too, right? I mean, obviously they were probably creating music.
Hey, can we stop for a second? This came out in '99, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was just talking to my son, who's just now discovering like System of a Down and all these bands now.
Right.
How wild 1999 was, because we were freshmen in high school.
Right.
So we were talking. We were a year out of Americana by The Offspring.
Right.
We were Enema of the State by Blink, Warning by Green Day, you know,
Yeah.
Linkin Park, like Eminem, the Slim Shady LP dropped that year. Insane Clown Posse. It's like every genre of music dropped their debut biggest crap in 1 year.
Dude, the
We've never had a
90s, what
decade like
people don't
that.
appreciate about the 90s, and especially like you said, I think from 97 to 99, the genre drop. The fact that you could find so many
Yeah,
different
yes,
types of
yes.
rock, hip hop,
Even
like
in
all of them.
country,
Yeah.
it was silly. Like
Yeah.
every genre of music.
Right. Yeah. But this was
But anyway,
great.
yeah. So A for me.
Okay, cool,
Yep.
man. Well, like I said, I did have it in A, but I dropped it to B because there was another one that I had in B and I
Don't you feel
changed
like
it. So this is my
you feel like
lone
a
B.
loser?
It's
Yeah.
because Muse has 9 albums that we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 albums, and so it's an uneven number. So I have 2 in every tier except for B. I have 1, and this was my lone B. So anyway, sweet. Well, the next album after this that they
Julio.
uh, came out with was Origin of Symmetry. Um, Michael, you want to start us on that one?
Yeah, sure. This was the first full album of Muse that I listened to. Um, and this is a solid S tier for me. Like
Wow.
this ev-
I knew
every
it. I knew it was
song,
coming.
yeah.
I'm not.
Like
I,
every song is excellent. The For some reason, I don't know. Dark Shines, it's like the one weak link in the whole album to me. It's a good song.
There's always shit like that in every
Yeah.
great album, you know.
But that song feels like it belongs on Showbiz. But this album from beginning to end is just pure joy for me. It's so good. And this was the first one I bought. This is before you could buy them in the US, I think. So I had to have
Oh
this
wow.
imported from Europe.
Nice.
And that's the copy I still have.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
really cool.
I don't really know what else to say about it. The
That's
music
it.
video, they had a music video for Bliss.
Yeah.
It's not a especially awesome video. It's just him falling down an endless uh, fall through some kind of a
Yeah.
weird tunnel thing. But he has this like cherry red hair that's like spiky. And I thought he looked so cool. And I was like, God, I want my hair to look like that. And I would have looked like an idiot if
Yeah.
I had done that. But I thought it was so
If
cool.
he was
But
a
yeah,
normal dude, he probably would have looked like an idiot. But because of their aesthetic is pretty cool. Like as they keep going to and getting the money to put on shows. If you've ever watched Muse, like their whole like live show, they
um,
do an awesome live show.
we were at Edge. We were at Edge Fest. I think 2000. It had to have been before I graduated college, so 2006 or 2007. Oh my God, that was one of the greatest performances I've ever seen.
That's
They
cool.
were
they're nuts,
so
man.
free. I'm sorry, it's ADD. We all rushed the stage. We broke the concrete barrier that was there, and Matt, like, they all had to stop the show because we were rushing the stage. That was the same year we met the Toadies and everything. Well, that was a great year.
Yeah. So
Anyway, and so he said they were setting on their ants, like you could tell in their faces at that time, wow, we made it. Like
yeah.
you could see them recognize at that moment. They're like, wow, that's crazy.
So
But
where'd you put this one, Matt?
I'm not
Origin of
talking about life.
Symmetry.
Oh, I put it at D in the trash.
Did not.
I actually put it at C. I could not get into it. I just couldn't get into it. It seemed like it seemed to me, and I'm probably very very wrong, which is what I'm very very good at doing. But it seemed like a drastic departure, almost like they had an identity crisis or something. The music's great; it's not bad, but nothing really stood out to me as going, "Oh, cool!" And then they did this. It just kind of said that. That's it. Okay, okay, cool. Wasn't
Now,
bad, but I wouldn't.
yeah. Now, what I've learned from the couple of Muse tier lists I've watched is that's a hot ass take, Matt. I mean, people, but this is if you were, but if you're like diehard Muse fans think this is like God was touching this album when it was created, like Sanders. But no, and you know what?
And you know what the fault is with me and my poser taste in music,
Well,
right?
the funny thing
I'm
is,
looking for those hot singles, and I just didn't hear anything.
there's not, there's
Or
not,
there weren't any. There weren't. It's a complete album.
right,
That's art.
right,
The piano work in it is insane.
yeah,
Like it's great. I'm
right.
not saying it's bad.
But it's
Like
not what you're
I
gonna put
fucking
on
hate
again,
Rush, but Rush is great.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I no, I totally get it, and it's crazy because I did. This was one I had in B, but like when I first listened to it, I was like, so I listened to the albums multiple times when we do these, and I start chronologically, and then I try to do it randomly so I'm not influenced. But I remember after Showbiz, and then I listened to this, and I was like, what the hell? I don't. This is not nearly as good as their debut album, and I just thought that like because exactly what Matt said. To me, there was even less standouts.
It's not trash.
No.
It's not trash.
No.
And to be perfectly honest, it should be a B because the quality is awesome. I'll give it a B. I'll give it a B.
Okay, you can give it a B.
Because
well,
the
that's
quality's
kind of
awesome. The musicianship. The C was my disappointment, I guess.
yeah, because
Sanders
also
is
you
gonna
like
clean it
catchy
up.
stuff, Matt. You like something that's hooky and catchy, and I'm not
But
saying
I'm
there's
like,
no
where are
catchiness.
the hits?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I'd felt, and that's why I was thinking this is a B and it's lower than Showbiz. But then I went back and I listened to it again, and then I listened to it again, and the more I did listen to it, I appreciated it. Now
Oh,
here's
I
the
know
thing,
why.
though.
I know why I gave it a C.
Well, here's the
I
thing.
know that'll
So
come over.
I I listened to it a few times,
Give me
and
a beat.
that kind of helped. That just changed my thought on it, because at first I'm looking for something like, okay, I'm gonna have songs that really stick out because I know what's coming in Absolution, and Showbiz had some really good songs, and nothing really did. But when I went back and listened to it, it started working as an album, and so I had to go like, because I knew the musicianship was great, and so I knew it was
Well,
kind
like,
of a
what are you
B.
listening
But
to? Are you
then,
listening for the songs, or you're listening for
right,
the
well, I
album?
was at first. That's what I like.
Are
That's
you
what I
listening
listen
to
to
Dark
music
Side of the
for.
Moon? Are
But
you
then when I
listening to I
realized
Wish You Were Here?
then when
White Album?
I realized that uh that like there's not songs that stick out, so let me listen to it as an album. And when I started doing that, I was
It's
like,
just,
I
there's
can't
so.
I
I
can't
will tell you this. I
hold
will
on,
tell you
hold
this.
on, hold on. I can't keep
I
it
will
in
tell you this.
B
I will
because
tell you
it's
this.
so good as an album. I as a whole album, I had to put it up in A. I just thought it just flowed amazingly. The musicianship is amazing. The song structures are amazing. I couldn't keep it in B. So I did put it in A. But here's the weird part for me. Usually A albums are something I'm gonna return to a lot, and I don't think this is one
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna return to a lot. I put it in
Mm-hmm.
A because I highly appreciate what it's doing. Like Matt, like what you said about Rush and stuff. Like I'm not gonna turn those on a lot, but I appreciate it and I know that it's great. And so I kind of put it in A because I know it belongs there. But that's kind of off what I normally do because I also usually rank my albums based on how frequently I'll return. Anyways, now what were you gonna say, Matt? Sorry.
That's. I apologize too.
You're
It's just no. It's just uh, it, when as we progress through these albums, it's very clear that they're putting on a show. Like Sanders said, they're putting on a show.
yeah,
Every album's a theatrical musical soundtrack.
right.
All of them.
Hmm.
Yep.
They are.
Yep.
And looking back on it, yes, but I love the individual takes. I love all our personalities because I really am that loser who the radio execs are like, "Where's that summertime single?" Like I'm that guy.
That's me a
You know what I
lot.
mean?
I tend to
But
lean that way a lot too.
but
I
I
get it.
do but I do appreciate art and
Right.
kind of once if you can wrap all that up like American Idiot, if you can wrap all that up with the singles thrown throughout the whole thing, I'm a happy man. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I couldn't find anything there. Kind of like you said, Fincher. There's too many Michaels. Like Mike, as it's like it's hard. It's very hard for me to put this in C,
Yeah.
but I had to. Something had to go in the C tier.
So are you keeping it in C or B?
Oh, a B.
Okay, a B. All right.
It's a B.
Well, let's
Yeah,
You
go
can put
on.
it in C if you want.
Yeah, we're not.
You're
I'm not. No one's
it's not a
upset.
C. It is only a C album because I'm never gonna. There's a couple of songs that are. I do.
And now Muse
I don't listen
fans
to
know
radio
me and you
anymore.
wipe our asses with this.
It's
But we
yeah.
appreciate it. It's the most golden toilet paper we could ever use.
I have kiss my ass. Like I have like playlists. Like I've got a punk rock playlist of all my favorites.
Yeah.
What's funny is the Descendants aren't even on it, and it's a punk rock playlist.
Right.
Like
Right.
I appreciate them for who they are and their
Yeah,
history to
but they're
me.
not your thing.
This is one of these albums where I don't even know if there's a song at all on my alt rock playlist. So
Well,
it just sounded. It's almost like we hit it. They hit it with Showbiz. They got their money. They got in the studio, and they recorded that thematic. They recorded that soundtrack,
yeah.
and I appreciate it for being awesome as a whole.
So
But
let's go to
just
Absolution, their album that came out in 2003, 2 years after Origin of Symmetry. They're on a consistent, very common 90s, early 2000s thing where you do these 2 year runs. Go on, release an album, go on tour, back to the studio, type thing.
sure.
It's amazing how much good music came out doing that, though. But I mean, so Absolution, Matt, where are you gonna put that one?
So I put this one in A.
All right.
This is when I first found Muse. Our time is right. This is when Chris's
Yeah.
bass came through for me.
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
song you guys couldn't get on the game show, Hysteria.
incredible. Yes, yes. What an incredible bassist. And as a bass player myself, I see great awesomeness when I hear it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
yeah, yeah,
it's incredible. It's incredible bass playing. And all my fun little singles are there. You know,
yeah,
um,
yeah.
they all hit. As an album as a whole, I couldn't put it in S tier because this is one of these ones where I like 6 or 7 songs, but didn't like the whole record. But those 6 or 7 songs that I really liked, I loved, and they are on my alt list.
Yeah, I
You're a
wasn't.
teacher. You should
I,
be against that. You're like an asshole. Curling balls.
Hey, let me tell you something, Matt. I'm gonna put you in S tier because you got Nolan Ryan's bloody nose on your wall behind you.
Oh, dude, I've got so many cool autographs.
I'm looking at your baseball stuff
I've
as
been
you're
collecting
talking.
since
I
like
keep
20 years.
getting distracted by it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
All right. So
This is
yeah.
my
Hey,
happy little corner.
Sanders,
Yeah,
where
so
are you
A
gonna
tier, yeah.
put this?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna
Yeah,
put Absolution?
Absolution is A tier for me.
Okay.
I was super psyched when it came out. Was not disappointed in it at all.
So you were already
If
you did say you ordered Origin of Symmetry, right? So you knew them. You were
Yeah,
listening to them when this came out. Okay. Okay.
yeah. So when this came out, I already had both of their first albums. So was excited about this one, and yeah, it hit all the right spots for me. It felt like kind of their natural progression. Just knockout track after knockout track, another really good one. It's not my second S tier, but
Mhm.
this album is another excellent top to
Absolutely.
bottom for me. Will always listen to it beginning to end.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I agree too. I mean, this is an awesome album, and it's crazy because I was sure. Okay, so I told y'all when we were doing Muse in the game show, my friend that got me into into this band, he's not here anymore, and this was the album that he was big into Origin of Symmetry. I'd never really listened to it then, but this album came out. He lived in Arlington. We were hanging out a lot, and we would play this, like he'd play this all the time when I was at his house, and his stereo was like the stick out and song to me at
Oh,
the time.
yeah.
I mean, I love Time
Dude.
Is Running Out. Uh,
Mm.
the whole album really
Awesome
from
Dying
beginning
Atheist
to
is one of the
end.
greatest.
Right, right. Apocalypse Please is such an awesome opener.
Oh,
Stockholm
yeah, yeah.
Syndrome is awesome. I mean,
The
Have you ever
synth, the
seen
synth voices, everything.
when they released this album, they put out a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff.
mhm.
Have you ever seen the
Mm-hmm.
video of them recording the Apocalypse Please?
I need to watch
I
Mm-mm.
that.
don't know why they did
I have
this.
to.
It's one of those things where they were just like, "Hey, this would be really cool," and like in the end, they could have done it probably a lot easier and gotten an equally good sound on the album. But like the whole
hmm hmm
Mm-hmm.
one of the things they did for some reason they put like a big like Japanese taiko drum on the edge of a pool, and they had
What?
the drummers in the pool. Just I don't know why, but this is in the BTS stuff, and he's hitting that drum while standing in a pool. I don't know if they thought the water would reflect the sound a certain way or what, but it's silly.
That's crazy. That's
That and
crazy.
also
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
the
that's the
album
kind of stuff that's
cover,
really fun.
yeah, and the album cover with the shadows on the ground
Yeah, yeah,
of the
yeah.
people.
Uh-huh.
That's all the
There's
power lines and stuff, right? Like they're
no, that's Origin of Symmetry
Yeah.
has the power
This is
lines,
wow.
just it
but
looks like people flying weapons style, but they're in
yeah,
the air instead of walking.
That's
yeah,
right.
and
That's right.
there's a dude on the ground looking up, but there's some
Shows how
behind
much
the
I love that
scenes
record.
where they made the cutouts of these people and they put them on poles, and then they got the right camera angle so that the
Oh,
waited
that's
for the
crazy.
sun
To
to
hit
go to
it.
the right part, yeah, to where you couldn't see the shadow of the poles.
Oh,
So
that's
that's like
crazy.
a real picture, and they set it all up and did that.
Oh, that's cool. That's
Wow, that's
cool.
awesome.
Well, so
That's a lot of work for
because
nothing.
this because this album was like the first thing I
Hard for
heard,
a hard sake.
and when you picked listening to them, I really like, even though I hadn't listened to a lot of their stuff since the next album or the album after that, but I was okay with it, and I was, because I don't know, it just made me think of my friend who he's been gone for a couple years, and And you know how when people are gone for a while, you get busy. We have kids, and you get busy with life, and it's nice when something like
I
this kind
don't.
of
I
comes
stop
up,
and
and
reflect on them
yeah,
every
and it
day.
makes you think about them,
I never forget.
good memories and stuff like that. And so I was sure this was going to be in my S tier, like just for nostalgia
Yeah,
alone, but it's not.
sure.
It's my A. It is a
Mm-mm.
fantastic album. It's so great. I can listen to this from beginning to end. Matt's not wrong about the bass just ripping on this album. It's heavy. It's cool. But it's an A tier. There's a couple. There's one that shocked me. But there's a couple S tiers that are coming. So yeah, this is my A tier. Um, all right, our next album, Black Holes and Revelations. Matt, where are you gonna put Black Holes and Revelations?
S tier. That's my favorite Muse record. It's freaking amazing. It's outstanding from front to back. I actually find myself listening to this all the time. And it's like one of these songs that hits your playlist and you just don't skip it. Like every oh yeah, and you just turn it up. Like
Right.
from beginning to end. It's like they hit their stride. They're like, this is who we are. Here's our soundtrack. Here's all the singles. Here's all our talent. Here's all our art. Here it is in one big old package. Like
Right.
Knights of Sidonia. What a amazing,
That's
amazing.
such a good song.
Supermassive Black Hole's great, and it kind of hurt my heart a little when I found out it was a cover. It was a cover. I think it was. Maybe I dreamt that.
I
You
It's a
don't
must have
know.
cover
dreamt
song.
that.
Oh, really? Hold on, I'm gonna Google it real quick.
All right.
Hold on.
As far as I know, the only song they ever put on an album that was a
Oh,
cover was
I was
Feeling
forgetting to say
Good.
that. That was my favorite song. Not my favorite, but maybe it's because I knew it, so I knew I could sing along to it. But feel good. I'm feeling good.
That's the definitive version for me,
And I'm
is the Muse version.
feeling good. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I like the main. What's her? God, who did that originally? Um,
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. That must be a Mandela effect. I swear to God. I
yeah,
swear to
like the
God I heard
Berenstein
that was
Bears
a cover.
thing, right?
But anyway, whatever. It's one of my favorite songs. I sing it. I do the voice. I have it on my horror playlist when I'm like getting ready to write or it's Halloween. It's like on that playlist.
Nina
I
Simone.
just
Sorry, my bad. Keep going.
Yeah, Nina Simone.
but
But
anyway,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
I get giddy talking about this record. They hit it. All the
Yeah.
bass playing elements there, the keys are there.
Mhm.
My God, the piano, their guitar playing rips. I love the effects on
Right.
the guitar.
And even like
He doesn't overdo it with operatic singing. It's just there it is. Whatever
right.
the song needed.
And there's not this overdoing it with synthesizers, but the synth technological sound that you have in Supermassive Black Hole with the heaviness of it and I think everything is so good
Mhm,
and nothing feels corny. It like all just goes together
mhm.
so well. And because I'm a
I mean,
person that
it's like a science fiction western or something.
right. I'm a
It's
person that
amazing.
can get annoyed by
It's
synthesizers pretty
awesome.
easy. I like music that has like the guitars, the drums, the bass. Like I love that. But this has all that. But it's exactly what you said. It's like an operatic futuristic thing. It's so cool. And they hadn't worn out the
Mhm,
preachy songs about like we're
mhm.
not gonna
Yeah.
stop us now. That Knights of
Mhm.
Sidonia, like, I mean, I loved Supermassive Black Hole and Starlight and the Map song. I remember hearing
Starlight.
those
Oh yeah,
first.
the drums.
But God, when I heard Knights of
I'm
Sidonia, I
not
was
even a
like, this
drummer,
is
and I can play that
epic.
drum part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put this, I'm 100% right there with you, S tier all the way. I remember when this
Sweet.
came out, and one of my friends at the time, he wasn't into it. And I just remember thinking, is he am I
What a
crazy?
loser.
Who's crazy? Like, cause this is rad. This is so cool, and
Yeah.
uh, and it
Really? Okay.
rocks so hard. I don't know, man. I still like I put it on and jammed it loud the other day. And my daughter dug it. Like it's
hmm
music that like
hmm
I've said it too many times. People are gonna hate me, but I love it when my kids like fine if they don't like the music I love, but it's awesome when they love the music you love. And so anyway, this is S tier. Michael, where'd you put it? Where'd you put Black Holes?
Yep, same. This is my second S tier. Um, I mean, the intro, Take a Bow, is just
Oh,
super
hmm
cool. Builds and
The
builds,
delay
and
on the vocals. Bow,
oh,
bow, bow.
hmm
Yeah.
yes. Starlight is just an absolute jam. Love Starlight. Assassin has my favorite drum fill ever. That
Where's
little
it at?
it's like in the intro. So it's doing the
Oh yes, yes, yes,
and then
yeah.
it does this
Yeah.
and I remember listening to this for the first time and I was just like, oh, that was so good.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Loved it. And yeah, Knights of
Good call.
Sidonia. I remember listening to this album through the first time because Knights of Sidonia is the last track on the CD, and when it hit its final note, I remember I was in the car and I just went, ah!
Yes, this is fucking awesome.
And
I was
Great
so
track.
pumped.
do you, Matt? Do you
It's
like
a galloping rock and roll song.
Matt? Do you like how
What'd you
Michael just passively told us that we're idiots because we've been calling it Sidonia, and he's like Sidonia. But I guess it's right because you called
No, I
out
said
blue
it correctly.
color
You said it wrong.
Scion.
Honestly, I don't know.
No,
That's
you might be
That
right.
level of narcissism won't allow me to say that he is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, my narcissism.
That's what
knows no
happens when
bounds.
you become a new published author.
No, I'm just kidding. I feel like an idiot all the time.
I know. Me too. Okay. Sweet, man. Look,
Yeah, what a
that's
great
awesome.
album.
We all agree. I'm not surprised because we are all very close in age. We would have been listening to this when it came out. And so it rocks still, but it's definitely not nostalgia that puts it in S tier because it's fantastic too.
No, it stands alone. It's one of them standalone records, man.
Right.
It's awesome.
Right. All right. Well, here we go to I Want to Be Black Holes 2, The Resistance. And I'll just say, I remember when this album came out, and I remember feeling disappointed. Now, I thought, like, it wasn't awful, but it just felt so, like, what is this? The same, like, what do we do? Like, I don't know. And it wasn't just the sound of the music. It was, like, the themes of the songs, like, the resistance or Uprising, I think, was like the big the number one song on the album. I think it was like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first single maybe from the album, and it just reminded me so much of, hey, remember how Knights of Sidonia kicked ass and everyone loved it? Let's do another one and put it at the beginning. But it's like it's not one of those moments where a band recaptures it. For me, it's where they try to recapture it, and you feel that, and it doesn't work. And I don't dig this. And what does he have on his? Is that Harry Potter?
Yes.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
I'm Ravenclaw.
reaching over my
I'm Ravenclaw.
screen here.
Ravenclaw.
But I put this
What
in
house are you?
C.
What house are you?
I put this in C tier because
You're Ravenclaw.
no. Oh,
You didn't take the quiz and you're wearing the shirt?
I'm humble.
I don't remember, dude.
I'm
That was
humble.
20 years ago.
That tracks.
No, so I put this in C. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, but I also, it just feels like I said, like a reach for that. Like, let's go for this again instead of like how they went from Origin to Symmetry to Absolution to Knights of Sidonia. Everything sounded like Muse, but sounded like progression and growth, and this just
It
felt like
flowed like a soundtrack following scenes in a movie,
right.
like
And I just
almost all the way through it.
like even Uprising, like I get it's not a bad song musically, it just gets on my nerves and I don't know why. And even when I tried to listen to it again, and I've tried multiple times, so but I don't really dig it. I don't hate it, but I don't dig it, so I put it in C tier. Matt, where you putting The Resistance?
I originally had it in D tier because I was so disappointed. Because when the album dropped, I was like, here we go. And it just had the singles. And I love the singles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a singles guy. I love being single. Don't tell my wife. I love The Resistance. I love Uprising. I really like Undisclosed Desires, not necessarily for the song, but for that synthy keys stop.
Yeah.
You know, that I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Guiding Light was good, and the rest of it sucked. And honestly, they were being very pretentious with their classical music operatic stuff toward the end.
Those 3 songs at the
I'm
end or
looking at it.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the track list now. I'm cheating. But that
That's not cheating.
Exogenesis
That's life.
1, 2, and 3. Like, come on, in this
Hmm.
shit. Like, it was just kind of pretentious.
And it didn't
And I
feel
remember when the album
cool
came out, I went
pretentious.
to Haste. Yeah. No, it felt very forced. It felt very
Right.
forced.
Forced
This was the
pretentious.
record that, yeah, well, not for pretentiousness' sake.
I
It
know.
just kind of, I don't think they were trying to follow up Black Holes and Revelations.
You
I
think they were
think
just
they had
trying to
found the
like go
sound.
more
I think
operatic and
they had,
stuff?
yeah, well, they had something to say, and I think he really just wanted to lay it all out there, and it just, I don't know, because it's
Yeah.
not bad. This isn't one
It's
I would
not bad.
take and
Exactly. It's
go
weird, right?
throw this shit away.
It's so you did
It's
say
very
C
weird.
too, right? You said
It
C?
is a very good record. I did say C, and I'm
Okay.
sticking with my C.
Yeah.
I can understand B. I can understand B.
Right.
I could give it a B because I really liked those 3 songs back in the day when that was at the very desperate end of paying $25 for a fucking record, and there's
Right.
only 3 good songs on this son of a bitch. That was like one of the last times that I did that.
Right.
Uh, yeah, so it's C. Like D, I originally, because I listened to all of them back to back to back, you know, really listened to it. And I was like, man, there's just something off about it. It's almost like they had a cut copy plan, but he wanted to be more operatic.
Right.
And I just don't dig that stuff. So it's not bad. It's not D
Yeah.
tier like I originally had it. For single sake, that's what puts it in C, because I do like Uprising. I like
Yeah.
Undisclosed Desires. And a couple of those other songs. If they were singles, like they come out now, like on iTunes,
Yeah.
iTunes and stuff like that, like I would listen to it. But as an album as a whole,
Yeah.
nah.
Michael, where are you putting the Resistance?
This is a C tier for me.
All right.
I kind of had the same feeling when it came out. I was disappointed. I listened through it once, and to be honest, I could not sing you a single lyric from this album.
Yep.
It just was not super memorable to me. It's almost like they wanted. It had been a few years. So they were trying new stuff, and it was like, oh crap, we got to do an album. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So they just kind
There
of did
it
what they
is.
had at the
this-
time.
There it is.
Because this came out when did that one come out?
2009.
Yeah, it'd been quite a few years.
When
Right?
did
Black
like
Holes.
2006? So
Six. So
3
it was a
years.
Yeah, so
3
it
year
had been
gap.
3
Yeah.
years.
2.5 years. 3 years. So they were touring nonstop, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we saw them on tour for Black Holes for that tour. I mean,
Oh man,
That's cool.
that's sick.
no, dude, it was awesome.
Well, that's crazy though, because
Um,
that we all thought S for Black Holes, and then all this dropped to a C for us. So we kind of had that same.
It's just, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, I'll
We
say
need to
this.
study that.
Coming up next, this is where I think we might differ in some opinions. Our next album that we're going to talk about after The Resistance, I heard The Resistance when it came out because I'd loved Black Holes and Revelations. I was so disappointed by it. I just kind of lost interest in Muse. I mean, 2012, I bought my house. I was really
Yeah.
into like either
Mhm.
different like indie hard rock or indie rock or punk. That's like what I was listening to. I was not like really trying new Muse stuff. So this is kind of where I dropped off on them. So for this tier list, getting ready for it, this is where I really like. This is the first time listens for me. And so this one, The Second Law. When I
Mhm.
listen to people's tier lists and stuff, this is a very unpopular album for Muse fans. So I was prepared for garbage doo-doo all the way. I didn't like The Resistance, you know. I fucking love this album. This is,
What, Second Law?
yeah, this is 100% my second S tier. I wanted
Jesus
Absolution to
Christ.
be S tier
Please return.
because I had so much nostalgia for that. But dude, the symphonic work, the singing, the operatic work, but not in a pretentious way to me. the guitar work. There's so many solo melodic rockin' guitar parts. There's rockin' guitar parts. There's cool, like even on a slower song, the guitar just doing these sick little melodies throughout the whole thing. I love this from begin. Supremacy rocks. Madness is a cool like mad. I don't know. It's so cool. It's got this like techno when David Bowie and Queen were cool with their synths and stuff, and back when David Bowie was making cool music. I know it doesn't really sound exactly like that, but I get these
David
Queen.
Bowie never made cool music.
I get these Queen Bowie vibes
David
from
Bowie was terrible.
Madness and Panic Station, which is freaking awesome. And like just how it flows, how the song Prelude is super short, but how it flows into Survival. The song Animals is awesome. I loved the song Explorers. Now here I go again, and I'm gonna say something about Radiohead, so Muse fans, go ahead and shit your pants. But this does not sound like the song No Surprises from OK Computer. It doesn't sound like a ripoff, and it doesn't sound exactly like it. But go listen to the song Explorers on Second Law, and right after you listen to it, listen to No Surprises off OK Computer by Radiohead. And I get so many similar vibes, and it's so they flow so cool into each other. Um, that song Explorers is awesome. I love the chorus on it. I don't know. I'm in a funky dunky place in life right now. So that song Explorers, like feeling like you don't belong here and stuff, and to save us from this world. That chorus just is hitting me in the feels, I guess, too. So I dig it for that. Big Freeze is the one song that I'm ashamed that I like because I think it sounds like U2, and I don't like U2. I think U2 is doo doo. And but this song, even though it reminds me of U2, I dig it. The only thing I don't like, and this is the one thing I think some Muse fans like, is I hate the dubstep crap at the end. I mean, I get it, it's cool for what it is, but I don't need that on the album. I think this is such a cool album, and I think it flows so cohesively as an epic from song to song. And the different varieties of Muse we're getting from it's not too synthy, it's not techno music yet, except those last few songs. It's got the techno feels from what I would say is Black Holes and Revelations, but it's so much rockin'. But there's so much showbiz on here and early Muse too. All those melodic songs that slow down, that's what it reminds me of too. Yeah, man, this is my S tier. If I just chop off those last dubstep songs for me, I tried to not put this in my S, especially after I knew how much Matt hated it. And Matt and I, we agree a lot when it comes to music. We really do, and I think we like a lot. We have very similar leanings when it comes to the music we like and the music we don't like too. And so when he hated this, I was like, why this can't be my other S tier, and I didn't want it to be, but as I was jamming it yesterday, I was like, no, this is S tier.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry guys. Second Law, S tier. All right, Matt, fire away.
I'm not. I'm not laughing at you. Like we all have our different takes. This is. I don't know what this is. It sounded. What did I say? It sounded like a soundtrack for fucking Psychopath. Like it just sounded like the same song all the way through.
I'm at the end of the school year. I might be losing my mind. So
no, I mean, I will never make fun of someone who on music, who has differing opinions, but are extreme different. Like nothing stood out. Absolutely nothing. The guitar work was great. It's funny because at the very beginning you're talking about I don't like the overuse of synthesizer, but here you are stuck in its balls like synthesizer, the whole time with the hair and the pubes and the untrimmed. I mean, you gargle the shit out of those synthesizers in this album. It's really fucking funny. I don't know what they were. I don't know what they were trying to go for.
Yeah.
It's what I
That's a
said
common.
before
That is a
about the
very common
themes.
opinion about it too. I think what you're saying.
What I said before about the themes, they are thematic. They are telling a story every record, right?
Right.
And they knocked it out of the ballpark of Absolution, Black Holes, and Revelations with me because they established this is who we are.
Right.
We're a trio too. We kill it on bass and drums, and all the licks are here. The fills are here. The drum fills, the vocals are here. It's not too. It wasn't even really. It was very. I don't know. It just really. Okay, next.
All right. So you
Like
put it
what the
in.
fuck happened?
Where'd you put it?
A D tier.
A
A
D
D.
tier. Nice. No, it's
I
funny
would
that you
love.
said
I
that
wish
though
Paris
because
could make
it really
like
is like
second
that is.
law unsustainable. Second law isolated system. It
That
just
see, I
seemed
hate that
like
stuff at
they
the
were
end.
really.
I,
I
I
will. I will say. I love Madness. I remember before the album dropped, that was a single they were pushing everywhere, and I love it. I love if they just pushed that single.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love Madness. Everything you said about it when you were glazing over it a little bit
I was
in the
totally
non
glazing.
G sense, literal glazing over
I
it
glazed. I
was.
glazed.
It's true. I love that song for its sake, but
Right.
Madness could have been on Black Holes and Revelation and been fine in
Well,
there. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
the overall record, the theme and all that stuff.
Sanders, I
Yeah.
started recording and I didn't realize that you had stepped away too. But Matt said
I
he
don't
put it
care
in
what
the.
Matt said.
It's okay. I told him I'd edit it.
I
He
fixed
put it
the
in
ball
D
cradling.
tier.
I had
Woo.
I
All right,
literally started back up with the second one.
Michael.
You
Where do you
said
put Second Law?
so. I put Second Law in B tier.
Okay.
It's
Ooh,
my
okay.
only B tier, and I honestly,
No.
to me, it's probably yeah. No, I think that's probably a good place for it for me because the first four tracks rip
Hmm.
it for me. Like I love it. It feels like we've come back to Black Holes and kind of gone another step further.
Right.
And it's kind of like, okay, the resistance is whatever that was, but okay,
Right.
now we're back.
Right.
Um, the rest of the record falls off a little bit for me. I don't remember. It's not quite as memorable. It's still good, like it still jams. Um, but then we hit Unsustainable, and I don't know. I really like Unsustainable. Um, it does come off as a little bit cheesy because it's like they heard Skrillex and they're like, okay, let's try some
Yeah.
of that, and they're
Yeah.
like, here's the Muse version of
Hmm.
dubstep, and
Uh,
I was kind of getting into dubstep at the time, and even at the time I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna pretend this isn't dubstep and that this is just like Muse doing something cool and
Something
new,
fun, just to
and
end their album. Just to end their album.
you had
yeah.
to
Okay.
trick your own self. You had to trick your own mind into believing that shit. And that's why it should have been a D.
See, you know what's crazy,
No, no, no,
Sanders,
no,
is
no.
a lot of
Because
people agree with
supremacy
that.
is
You're doing mental gymnastics to make it a B.
Nah,
Jesus.
I
no.
I didn't have to do mental gymnastics to make it S. It was all logic.
Yes, yes. No, supremacy is a really good intro. Madness is a really cool song. It's one of those that like starts out low key and it's like okay, and then it
Uh-huh.
just builds, and by the end it's just like
Yeah.
what a
Yeah, it's a
ride.
great song. It is a
Uh,
great
Pa-
song.
Panic Station was like I think that's the first thing that Muse did that sounded anything like that, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh whoa, this is very different, but it's very cool,
It
and I
was
really
cool
like
because
it.
it wasn't overdone on the album. So it was
Hmm.
cool for that song that it stuck out. It was really cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
pretty overdone.
this is so it's crazy. Just like we go from all agreeing in S, all agreeing in C, and then we go S, B, D. Like we just like
Hmm.
all totally
Yeah, there you
disagree.
go.
Or we're
The
all
spread.
varying on
There
this
you
one.
go.
But nice. All right, cool. So after the second law was drones. Matt, what do you say about drones? Muse drones. When did that come out? Was that
Uh,
2015?
Drones came out in 2015. Drones
Huh?
came out in 2015. Uh, D for dog shit.
All right.
Absolutely fucking terrible. I hate the fact that they tried to like, this is a militaristic government and blah, 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 blah. I get it. And it is, like all over the world. But to force, like,
it's almost like they tried to. They were really trying really hard to do Full Metal Jacket in
Right.
the first couple of songs, and it wasn't, and it was so freaking corny. Like, whoa, my God. And I had to listen to that shit because you made me for the show. And it was just, God damn. As a writer, I'm like, what are you doing? This is corny. What the freak are you doing? Psycho, I will say, I think you and I texted back and forth a little bit. Like, I like Psycho. I like it. It's on my horror playlist. I like it, and I understand it, and it's cool. That would be like the theme of the record, since they do themes, right? Like every album, we covered that already ad nauseum, but they do albums, they do experiences and shows, and they don't do I'm sure they
Right.
have to for the record company. They've got to have their little ear tickle songs. But
Right.
Psycho did that for me. I really like Psycho. It wasn't crazy. If we get tier list singles, Psycho would be a B, not an A or an
Sure.
S.
But I mean,
The rest of
kind of like you said,
uh,
every S tier album has a dud on it. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing.
yeah. But
Most,
this one, yeah, it's the same thing if it was exactly in reverse, because
right,
the whole album
exactly.
was a dud,
Uh,
except for the song.
yeah,
So, and not much more to say about that.
yeah, that same.
Nothing stood out. It sounded like one freaking song wrong with her.
Yeah, I'm pretty much there with Sanders.
This was a C for me. It was a
Okay.
step down from Second Law. I didn't really understand what was happening on this album. And other than Dead Inside, this is another one where I could not sing you any lyrics from it. I agree with you, Matt, about the drill sergeant thing. I actually thought it was. I was like, "Is this Full Metal
For a
Jacket?"
minute, I love
But I was like,
Kubrick so much though.
"Yeah." I was like, "Oh, but that's not the drill sergeant's voice."
It's like they covered it and did a cornier Disney version.
Yeah, it
What are
was
you doing?
odd, and
Yeah.
it's kind of like Muse, like they made up a fictional world where this
Like
stuff is
Pink Floyd,
happening,
right?
Right.
and
Yeah.
yeah, and then they got mad about the stuff that was happening in their
Right.
fictional world, and they had made
In
an
that
album
fictional
about
world.
it.
Correct.
Like people
Boom!
getting pissed
You
off
nailed it.
at
You
the new
nailed
Harry
it.
Potter TV
Hey,
show.
what if this is what if this is Animal Farm and all this is going on? And
Yeah.
this is and
Yeah.
we
No,
got
that would piss me
it's like
off.
listening to a bad novel or something.
It's
Hmm.
funny
Like
that
it's
you say,
tangentially related to some things happening in our world, but like,
yeah.
no, this is
Sure.
mostly made up, and I don't know why y'all
And
are so
also,
angry about it.
well, to me, the shtick is up now. Like Second Law felt more like I didn't hear so much of the uh, we're not going to take any more type stuff, and the shtick is over. Like write some different lyrics, write about some different stuff, fall in love,
Well,
whatever. I don't know, man.
I
But
get it. Yeah. This is
and it's funny
Yeah.
that you said
I
it's a step down from the Second Law, but I guess it is because you went from B to C. I'm going from
Hmm.
S to D. It's like if Elon Musk took an IQ test and then Forrest Gump, who had a lobotomy, took an IQ test. That's that's how big of a jump it is for me.
and I was standing.
Lobotomized Forrest Gump, somehow unaged by Jenny. But so I don't know, man.
Unaged.
And he has an unaged son. His son don't have AIDS, and he had an AIDS, mom.
He unaged. It's not even a fucking thing.
Magic Johnson did it. It's not a thing.
Okay.
Oh
Anyway.
God. Okay, so drones. D
Unaged.
tier. It's not unaged. It has AIDS. It is a D tier for me. Sorry, Muse. Oh God.
Okay.
Okay, so the
Uh,
next album. What's worse than AIDS? Because it has it.
Ebola,
Yeah.
I guess.
I agree.
This album is so. I hate the cover set the tone. the bright neon light cover set the tone for what we were about to listen to, right? So, Sanders, where are you putting Simulation Theory? Oh,
This is a D.
okay.
I didn't like this album. I Yeah, this album is bad. I
Yeah.
won't listen to this album again.
Mm-mm. I listened to it one time, and I'm pretty sure I skipped most, like halfway through songs I was skipping. I was like,
Hey, we don't. Right? Okay. So we're all D on this, right?
yes, all D.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What the hell? Did he just drop acid? And what
All I
was?
can
I
figure,
should have
all I can
googled it.
figure
Like,
is
what was
like,
the what?
all I can
So
figure is that they're being a parody of themselves or something.
right.
Because
But
it's
that's
like they, I don't know what the hell happened.
all the
Because
pretentiousness is there. It doesn't even
yeah,
really
very
sound like
strong.
them.
It's so.
What a
No,
fall off!
Mhm.
Just a fall off.
I mean, I thought
Just what an
I,
incredible. Is there anything below?
when I listened to Drones, I thought, and here's the thing. So I think I was the one week I was listening to Queen, and Matt was listening to Muse, and he
The
tells me
Muse, yeah.
he goes, wait till you get to Simulation Theory. That's some dog shit.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
and I'm
you're gonna
listening to
hang yourself to
Drones,
death
and I'm
on
thinking this sucks, and I have to listen to something worse.
And wait, it gets worse.
It did.
Like,
It's so bad. I'm sorry.
oh my god,
I can't
it sucks ass.
stand it.
Like God Almighty,
Oh,
well, I
it's
don't understand. I don't understand these bands. I guess they get bored with their own up their
I
own butts
guess
or something,
I'm fine
and
with
they're like,
growth and change.
"Hey,
Look at the
what's something we
Beatles.
haven't done? We haven't done runny dog shit. Let's do runny
Right,
dog shit
right.
for an album.
I
That's
mean,
not our money. Fuck it. Did they even tour that?
right. I don't know. What
Did they even
yeah,
I
tour
don't
that? I don't
know.
even.
At like dominatrix clubs.
It's just a DJ up there.
Yeah,
Fucking DJ.
I
The
don't
whole
hear
fucking
music.
album.
I barely hear music.
Terrible.
And the crazy thing is
The bass
how
is compressed
right,
into the synth.
right. How
He's
epic.
one of the greatest underrated
Right.
all-time rock bass players, and he's mixed into the synth. The
My only
synth could have just done it all.
I just think they like to play, I
God, this
guess.
album makes me mad because it's Muse and there's three of them and they're badass.
And
And this is
we you talk
what was
about
the
like
time between albums?
bands changing their sound is fine. I mean, we talked about the Beatles when we did their tier list and how they changed. But it felt like progression. And this just
They
feels
grew, the
like
songs grew up with them.
right. This doesn't feel like growing up.
They
This
stayed
feels like
themselves.
I'm
They still wrote
50
their love songs,
and
but
I want to
they grew
drop
up.
X. I'm 50 and I want to take some ecstasy and I want to feel young. That's what this feels like.
I'm 50 and want to drop acid.
Yeah,
Let's go.
this is I don't know. So anyway, all right, Simulation Theory, straight getting triple D's
Cool.
by all of us.
Dog.
All
Yeah.
right,
hmm
so Will of the People, their newest album, they actually do. Matt and I we talked about this too. They have an album coming out. I think it's June 26th, and I
hmm
did listen to
They've already dropped a few songs.
a couple of the singles. I don't really want to. I don't know how I feel about them. But Will of the
I
People.
haven't
didn't
heard
want
them
to
yet.
listen to them because I didn't want it to interfere with what we're doing here.
Sure.
So I
Yeah,
didn't.
I
Yeah,
haven't listened
that's
to
why I
them
didn't
yet.
listen too much. I listened to one and then I just kind of was like, eh. But this one came out in 2022, so now it's been 4 years. Now, Will of the People, it definitely is like, for me, it's multiple steps back up. I mean, it's still not what I want to listen to, and I'm probably not going to put this on. Whereas, like I put it in my C tier. So it's there with the Resistance, but I would probably listen to the Resistance before I listened to Will of the People. I guess like hey, it's funny because we were texting about this the other day and like the state of the
Mhm,
country and the world and stuff. Like
mhm.
this album thematically hits, and so I think that definitely helps probably right now. But I mean, I'm just not gonna probably return to this or anything. So like some of my B tier and showbiz, I listen to that album, but like I'm not gonna. I would listen to the Resistance before this. Still, I still like the sound of the Resistance more, I guess. But that it does feel more closer to the Resistance and stuff like that. Like not sound like that, but we're getting music back in this, where we were just on like before you just don't hear anything. Everything's so compressed and synthesized. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
Club
okay to me
music.
though
Yeah.
too. I mean, I really kind of like almost put this in D tier as well, honestly, but I just went ahead and like I bumped it up to C because I liked it better than both my other two D tiers. But I don't think it's better than the Resistance, which is in my C tier. So anyway, Sanders, what you say about Will of the People?
Honestly, I actually really liked this album. This is an A tier for me.
Oh,
Es-
dang.
and it may just because we're coming off of Simulation Theory.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
We're coming off of like drunk or
a
something.
lot of
Yeah.
like a lot
Like,
of
oh
things look
shit,
like
what
an
the fuck was
A.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things look like an A next to Simulation Theory.
Right.
But this really felt like they went, "Oh, we're a rock band," and so they went
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
They went back.
Yeah. I
Wait a
forgot.
minute.
Yeah.
We've got guitars and
They
shit.
sobered up. Yeah.
Yeah, so this to me, like the songs feel like they fit comfortably in with Origin of Symmetry, Absolution, and Black Holes. It's kind of a shorter album. There's not like how many songs are there? 10
I
ish.
think,
Yeah,
yeah,
10
10
songs.
songs.
But it like it feels like maybe on their previous albums they were just kind of putting whatever they could on them. Um, but this one feels like they probably wrote a lot of stuff and then just kept the best stuff.
Right.
Because yeah, every track for me, I was like, this is good. I
Yeah.
like this. This is great. So yeah, I think you know, like you, Mike, I fell off of Muse after the Resistance came out, and so I think I had listened to some of this album before, so this was kind of like my first full like really listen through, and I think this is one I'll come back to. I probably won't come back to. I'll never come back to Drones or Simulation Theory probably,
Right.
unless I'm doing another thing like this. But
Right,
yeah, I
yeah.
enjoyed Will of the People.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this one, and so yeah, I put it at an A.
Dang. Matt, where'd you put Will of the People? I know you dig it too. I know you kind
I
of
may,
dig it.
I may shock you all, but I'm gonna put an S tier. I think they came
Are
all the
you
way back
serious?
around.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I mean, that's cool. I'm
Here's
surprised.
what here. Yes, I'm serious. I'm proud of it. Yeah. Nope. I originally had it at an A as well, but all these bands kind of like they're like there's a certain album where you go there's Blink-182, there's Enema of the State, here they are, and then the self-title, here's where they're going,
Right.
Green Day, yeah, they had Kerplunk, they're not smooth and their singles and all that stuff, but I mean Dookie, there it is. Nevermind with Nirvana, there it is. You know what I mean? There's that band, and it almost seemed like this should have been the follow up to Black Holes. Like it could have been Absolution, Black Holes, Will of the People,
Yeah.
and just like the current political state everyone's in, just yes, and it doesn't seem corny or forced. It
It
seems
didn't. Yeah. It seems
it's
genuine.
obvious like they did the soundtrack. It seems genuine.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem
Like drones felt corny and forced.
all this other dumb ass shit. But yes, and well, I mean, it's the name of the title. We're fucking fuck. I laugh my dick off. It is a great. it is a great. It's the state of the fucking.
And
it's
what
awesome.
a choice to
It's a
end
great.
the album with that
Right,
song.
right,
Because
yeah.
normally they'll
And
end with
that's it.
some kind of like a big operatic
They
thing.
ended it.
Operatic ballad
Yes.
or dubstep.
Yes, they did. And
Yeah.
they don't. They put a big old period right at the end of it.
Yeah.
Said, done. We're fucked.
And
I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
Love it.
We'll stand down. Compliance is such an earworm. I freaking love Compliance. It
Yeah,
is
it's
one.
really good.
I've been listening to that song over and over and over since the last time I listened to this record, which was about a month ago. I've been listening to that song like it keeps coming up, and I just keep jamming.
Man,
Compliant Will of the People. I mean, it's great. It's a great
so is
freaking
that,
record.
am
I
I
mean, it's
crazy or is that the Marilyn Manson thing? Did he borrow that? The will of the people, the will of the
the
people. It's
beautiful
like the
people.
beautiful
Beautiful
people, the
people.
beautiful.
Yeah, I mean,
Or is that just a
it's a
coincidence or did he
choice.
borrow it?
There's no way Muse sat down and said, you know who we haven't heard from in a long time? The guy who removed a rib to suck his own dick. Let's cover that.
Yeah, yeah.
And that I really don't think that that's what happened. I think it's just a march.
But you
No,
heard that
I think
too,
it's
right?
just like,
You
what's the
heard
the
you,
natural
record.
rhythm you're gonna do with those words?
Yeah.
but you do hear
Yeah.
that,
Beautiful
Will of
right?
the
people,
Like the
people, will of
beautiful
the people.
people,
Yeah,
the
I mean,
it
will of the
just rolls.
people. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Liberation's great. Won't Stand Down's badass. Ghost, oh my God. Talk about a great I Remember a Love. You know, like, oh, just like nostalgic. I
Yeah,
love that song. I
yeah.
love this album. I
Well,
originally had it an A until just a few minutes ago. I was like, you know what? They hit their stride with this one, and I almost
so
don't want to listen to any of their new
now
stuff because
are
I
y'all
know
so are y'all
it's.
gonna jam the new album when it comes out since y'all both dug this one so much?
I don't
I'm
know. We'll
gonna
see.
test course. I'm gonna definitely listen to the music.
Um,
Oh yeah,
I,
I'll give
I'm
it a
gonna
listen
go
to.
back
I
and
don't know.
try. I'm gonna go back and listen to Will of the
I'm feeling
People again.
crazy edge hearing this, but I
Well,
really do. I think it's a
that's
great
I
freaking
get
album.
it. That's how I felt about Second Law. I mean, I feel the same way, but I'm gonna try this again more. I mean,
Mhm.
because I put it in C tier, and I'm gonna keep it there because that's just I did listen to it multiple times, but I don't know, man. I think I'll try it again because you guys both seem to dig it pretty big, so I'm curious to re-listen to it.
I loved it. I
Sweet.
loved it.
Well, thank
I
you
will
guys
return to it.
for joining us on the Muse tier list. Check out our Beatles tier list. Check out our Guess That Song with AI slop images that we did with Beatles, Muse, and Queen. We're going to do a
Buy
Queen
my
tier
book.
list too.
It's
Uh,
15
Buy Matt's
bucks.
book.
oh, buy Matt's book.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a
buy
story
Matt's
about
book.
aliens. There's a story about
Butterfly,
aliens
what's
and
it
dead
called?
girls and flower beds. It's awesome.
Butterfly book. What's the
It's
public?
the only thing we have to fear.
No, no. What's the publishing website they go to?
www www.butterflybonesbookworks.com, and they are an independent publisher, and they're in our neighboring town of Waxahachie. They're
Right. So
homegrown.
do not
Uh, it,
support Amazon. That
yeah.
is evil.
No, they.
Evil.
We found out the hard way. Like I thought, oh, I got so excited, as one would do when an actual publisher goes, "Hey, I want to buy your stuff." You get excited, and I was like, "Yeah, Barnes and Nobles are freaking everywhere. Go get it!" And it just turns out that they're all just money hungry pieces of shit. If you go through the publishers, 50-50. 50 for the publisher, 50 for me, and I need gas to get back to work so I can work for more bills and gas.
Yes, and I need Matt to work so that he stays inside his house so that he can keep playing these games with me
I can do
because
that.
it's fun. All right, man. Thanks for joining us on this tier list. Come see our Queen tier list. Check out all our stuff at Albino Rhino Music. Thank you guys. See you again.